Hello, welcome to Powerhouse Empire.
We create what we focus on. Where focus goes, energy flows, but most people are focusing on what they have to do, not what they can do. They're focusing on what is versus what they're here to create. What makes you a leader is you see things as they are, but then you see it better than it is, and you make it the way you see it. You come up with that vision and you make it happen.
Life throws us curveballs, whether it's in our careers, relationships, health, or personal goals. Sometimes the barriers seem insurmountable, and we feel stuck, defeated, or unsure of how to move forward. But here's the thing, challenges aren't just external obstacles. Often, the biggest barriers we face are inside our minds. Our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes can either hinder or fuel our progress. The concept of a growth mindset was pioneered by psychologist Carol Dweck, and it's one of the foundational shifts you need to overcome any challenge. People with a growth mindset believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort, learning, and perseverance. In contrast, a fixed mindset is the belief that your skills, intelligence, and talents are static, something you're born with and cannot change.
We are born to learn, to develop our skills, to have an impact on the world. We always thought adults with a growth mindset would create kids with a growth mindset. It was so nice to think that, but we're wrong. And it turns out that many adults with a growth mindset are not passing it on. And in one study, found that many math teachers in middle school had a growth mindset. They even said the words growth mindset in their classroom. But unless they were teaching for conceptual understanding, unless they were giving feedback to students that deepen their conceptual understanding, and unless they gave kids a chance to revise, to show their growing understanding, those kids did not develop a growth mindset about math. My graduate student and I are finding that many parents endorse a growth mindset. But if they react to their kids' failures or difficulties with anxiety, concern, those kids are not developing a growth mindset. But when they react to the kids' setbacks or failures as an interesting platform for learning, let's see what you did, let's see what we can do now, those are the kids who are developing a growth mindset.
Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep going even when things get tough. It's the mental toughness you need to face life's challenges head on. But resilience isn't just about enduring hardship, it's about thriving despite adversity.
You know, the beautiful gift of being human is that we're resilient as a species and we're really adaptable in our nature. Life doesn't always get easier. In fact, it rarely does. But we're often called to become stronger and more resilient, and this is one of those times. Nothing's ever wiped us out. We're part of the essence of life itself. When we quiet our mind, we start to recognize the miracle of life within us. And ironically, what we really need is usually just below the surface of our fears. So the question is, how do we make our way through these uncertain times? And the answer, of course, is we must use our God-given power of faith. This is not a religious statement. It's simply a statement of understanding our true nature. Look, we're all born with faith. We don't have to learn faith because the truth is we couldn't function without it. But you know what? All of us inside know that this faith is required for life to be fulfilling, for life to move forward. So today, maybe it's time we become conscious, you become conscious of your power and remind yourself and those around you that the human race is resilient, it's flexible, it's strong beyond imagination. That doesn't mean we don't educate ourselves and prepare ourselves or train ourselves for challenges. Of course we do. Anticipation is power. It just means we need to discipline our fears. And every day we got to stand guard at the door of our own minds. So listen, today is a chance for you to start brand new, to step out of the fear that's the natural human instinct. We have consciousness. We have the ability to choose. We don't have to live in fear and picture the worst scenario. So live the truth today and show everyone around you that we can solve any problem we face. The human race always has, and it always will.
What if your focus on growth is the only thing limiting your growth?
For me, always growth has been my number one. That's like, hands down. The specialness, that's already there. That's not something I strive for. It's there. I don't have to. But the happiness, on the other hand, with the growth, it's a kind of a tricky. The acceptance of where you're at, where someone else is at, while you're still focused on growing, and
Yes.
having that true self-acceptance along with compassion compassion and the self-compassion, compassion for others, wherever they're at whatever journey they're at. Trying to really practice that self-acceptance, kind of putting a limit on, how much am I going to see, how much I can change out of this experience, how much can I grow out of this experience? Because, for me, growth's important. So let me see how much I can glean from this so then I can move ahead 10 more steps.
What if God had given you all these challenges and you've showed your strength and you stepped up for all of them, which is very clear to me. And I respect that immensely. What if you were now entered a new chapter? What if God was opening a new door to you in this moment? A door you've been wanting to open for a long time, but afraid to open because you're afraid it would mean less growth. But it would actually mean more growth, less obsession. The obsession doesn't allow you to experience it completely. Whatever you resist persists, right? But it's hard for us overachievers to think of the word acceptance.
That's the trick right there. That's the true self-acceptance, which is
also love. Once you accept something, you can then appreciate it. Once you appreciate it, you can start to feel grateful for it. Once you feel grateful for it, you can actually learn to love it. Once you love it, game over, and things transform. And then all that's left is the truth. And then growth happens automatically because you can't stop it. Spiritual development is not how many Bible verses, any other great book or study. That is not the study of your own development spiritually. It's how comfortable you can be in your own skin, just the way you are.
You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. Takes guts. Takes goals. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now, all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. If you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your stem. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going.
Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos.